Hey guys, it's day number 90 of my 365-day Jimmy Ice Bath Challenge. If you are brand new to watching these videos, I go live at 5 p.m. Eastern Time every single day. And what do? I get into a big old tub full of ice. That has been my job at 5 p.m. Eastern Time every single day all year long, getting into an ice bath. Today, a very cool 32.1 degrees Fahrenheit is what the ice bath is here today, you guys. So come on in, make yourselves at home. It is day number 90, and so we're going to celebrate 1/4 of the way through this challenge now. Officially 1/4 of the way, because I'm going for the entire year. And so, yeah, today is the last day of the first quarter, and tomorrow starts the second quarter. And so I want to talk about what I've noticed and seen over these first 3 months. Was it what I expected? Were there any surprises? Yada, yada, yada. We'll go over kind of everything that I've noticed so far. But thank you so much for being here. As always, stick around after I get into the ice bath and I'm in there for 5 minutes. I will go take a walk around my neighborhood. In fact, let me take it off the Wi-Fi now, so hang tight just a second. Okay, so now that I'm off the Wi-Fi, when I go take the walk, it won't be a big deal losing the signal. That's what I was worried about yesterday. So, yes, come on in, guys. I did just take my temperature, by the way. I literally just took it about 5 minutes ago. 99.9 degrees Fahrenheit. Do I look like I'm flushed? Am I red? I think I look kind of red because I'm warm. Yes, I'm very hot. Holla. Physically hot, yes. Yes. So here we go, guys. I will engage with you guys here in just a moment. So as always, please feel free to share your comments. I will give you a shout out here in just a minute. We'll engage in some conversation, but I got an ice bath to get into for 5 minutes. 5 minutes on the clock, and a neighbor is cooking on the barbecue. I can smell it all the way here. Damn. That's going to be tough being in the ice bath, having to smell barbecue smell. All right, 5 minutes on the clock. Here we go. In we go. Oh, yeah, there's a big sheet of ice at the bottom today. Okay, you guys. Welcome in, guys that came in late after I got in. Day 90 of this 365-day Jimmy Ice Bath Challenge. Officially 3 months have passed now. I started this on January 1st. and today is March the 31st, and I am officially 1/4 of the way through this challenge. See, my chicken's even excited. 1/4 of the way through this challenge now, and I want to talk about how it's going. So I didn't really have any expectations about what this was going to be like. Going into it, I wanted to be a true citizen scientist about it. I just wanted to observe what I thought would happen and just watch what happens. I didn't really have a preconceived notion of, well, I will be looking for this, this, and this. No, I think a good science project is to just watch what actually happens. And so some of the surprising things has definitely been that whole anticipatory thermogenesis. This is where my body starts heating up before I get into the ice bath. So today, those of you that came in late, my body temperature, I tested it with a thermometer, was 99.9 degrees Fahrenheit, literally 5 minutes before I got in the ice bath. And so, wow, they are so loud today. Are y'all wanting to be on my ice bath video today that bad? Really? Oh, I see one right here. I'm gonna scare her off the stage. She's come up on my porch. Anyway, but getting hot before I get into the cold, that I would not have guessed in a million years that would happen. And I'm being told it's very rare, but that it's all mental. So that's been a big one. I think the fact that I've been so energetic throughout, a little bit surprising, maybe not so much, but I've enjoyed it. It's been great to have the extra energy. I think all of the mood stabilization effects of this has also been phenomenal. Not that I'm really an uptight kind of person, but I have literally been chill, all pun intended, in my attitude about life and things that happen in life. I don't really get too upset, so we're running out of time, so I'm going to go under. Yeah, my lungs work. I will always love doing that woo. Whoa, speaking of woo, I got a little bit of a woo lightheadedness there for a second. Going under the water is definitely an interesting sensation. If you've never put your head under ice cold water, like literally icy 32 degree Fahrenheit water, there ain't nothing like it. It's very invigorating, but it will throw you off kilter a little bit when you're not totally used to it. So those of you that came in late and you haven't been watching the last few days, I'm actually doing a brand new thing the last few days. I wrote about it today on Instagram and put it all over social media, that I am now doing a walk after my ice bath. So I did an interview last weekend with Tom Seeger, who is the CEO of the Morosco Forge company that makes this ice bath that I use. And he made the comment, hey Jimmy, did you know there is research that shows if you take a walk or do some kind of moderate physical activity following an ice bath, that it helps to boost your testosterone levels. And so you get a guy's attention when you talk about testosterone levels. And I was like, oh, really? So this is now day 5 of me going on a walk post ice bath. And literally all I'm doing is just finishing the live with you. So generally I'm here about 20 or so minutes after I'm out of the ice bath, 20, 30 minutes. So we're giving that a go and we're testing that theory. I think any man at any age could always stand to benefit from a boost in their testosterone levels. So we're going to see how it works for Jay. But thank you guys for being here today. Let's scroll back, see who all's here. Wholesome Explorer, Dope Doc, Attic, CM, Dawn, Jason, so much more. Mandy, Nutrient Dense Teas, Perpetual Health, Laura, Courtney, Melissa, Jocher, CJ, Dawn. Lots of people here today. Thank you for being here. Jeanette, Courtney says, I bought a 4-foot metal tank today. I made myself commit to a month with my cheapie from Amazon, and I did it. I love it. Look, I feel like start where you can. I started in my shower. I literally started just letting cooler water hit my body. And I did that for a little while. And then it got old because when I was under the coldest setting in my shower and I stayed in there for an hour under that cold water, I knew it was time I needed to step it up. So the step up from there was to put ice in a bathtub. And then I did that for about a year, and it was a pain in the ass before I got the Morozco Forge. So yeah, somebody on Facebook today said, hey, is there like a guide about how to progress through cold therapy? I said, I'm working on it. That's my next book. So yes, Cold Therapy Clarity, we hope to have out later this year, early next year. And that is one of the things I'm going to emphasize is don't jump till you're ready. And so, Courtney, I think you did it the right way. Sorry for all the wind. I know it's very windy on the microphone, so you may have trouble hearing me. But it's very windy here in South Carolina today. Dr. Gali is here. Courtney says a baby step. Yes. Hey, do what you got to do. Leanne is here. City Meets Country is here. Mickey. Mr. Deguy. Love them. Poopies. That always sounds so funny when I say poopies. Texas Livingston. DM. SG is here. Nikki. Ruth. GH. Brookie. Carol Ann. You guys ask me some questions. If you have questions about cold, if you have questions about my journey. So far, this is the end of 3 months today. And I got 9 more months to go. Plan on rocking it too. Carolyn is here. Live your dream. Carol Ann. MV, Sandra, Clyde, Jules, Bulletproof, Haley and Chris. Bulletproof always says, go Jimmy. And what is that? The number 3? Oh, 3 months. I was like, what does the 3 mean? Sorry, I had to clean my camera. I noticed it had a smudge on it. Gabby is here. Karina V. Baldwin. Gabby says, I think I'm late again. Yes, Gabby, I go on right at 5 o'clock most of the time. And I talk for about 2 minutes. Then I get into the cold water. And it's 5 minutes. And then I get out and start walking. So, yeah, I think you got in a little late. But I play these on the replay. This is why I leave them up on Instagram and put them on YouTube and connect them and link them over on Facebook. If you miss them, you can always go see. It is fun, the process of getting into the ice bath. And you guys see, it's not pleasant for me. When I first get in there, I'm breathing hard. I'm like, I'm really trying to calm the breath. Because as many times as I've done it and as good as I've gotten at it, it's still always going to take your breath away. And so, it's supposed to scare you a little. It's supposed to be a challenge. If I got into that and it was absolutely zero challenge at all, what would it be doing? Part of what it's doing is it's making your body kind of go, whoa. And you assess how you can calm that whoa feeling down. It's all mental. It's not really a physical thing. Yes, you're physically getting colder, but the freak out part is all right here. I'm going to work on strategies in my book about how you calm down that craziness in your head. And I'll tell you, it even begins before you get into the ice bath. There are days, even like today, just little moments where my brain says, do you really want to get in there? And it's completely natural to have those thoughts. I know people say that about cold showers. Oh, I don't want to do the cold shower. And you immediately put that thought in your head that this is going to hurt, that this is going to be uncomfortable. And so we're going to talk about reframing that thought to not tell yourself what you're going to feel before you feel it. Because if you do that, you're basically telling your brain what you're going to feel before you feel it. So when you get in there and you feel what you thought you were going to feel before you felt it, guess what? You're going to feel it. It's not surprising. We have very powerful ability with our brain to convince ourselves of basically anything. I think that's part of what this anticipatory thermogenesis, where I'm getting basically a fever reading on a thermometer. I think that's what this is all about. I think my brain is convincing my body, hey bro, dumbass up there is about to put us into icy cold water. Why don't we preemptively raise his body temperature so that we can kind of save him from, whatever's going to happen. I'm not consciously thinking about it. Although Dr. Seeger, who interviewed me last week from Morosco Forge, he wanted me to do an Instagram live where I purposely thought myself warm. I'm not opposed to trying that. It's a little woo, I know. Those of you are like, Jimmy, really? You gonna think yourself warm? I don't know. So get it where like my body temperature is normal temp, and then go on there and think hot thoughts. Could I make myself warm just from thinking hot? Again, I know it's a little out there, but I'm not even thinking about it. My body's just doing it. And that's the most wicked thing. I would have never guessed that I could get basically a feverish temperature. 99.9 degrees Fahrenheit on a thermometer. That ain't chump change. And that's no accident either. Because I've replicated it so many times at this point. It wasn't just some one-off. And at this point, if I was sick making that happen, I've been sick for about 8 weeks now. I'm not sick. I'd be sick in the head, but I'm not physically sick. Malcolm is here. Melanie, Heather, Daniela. Melissa says, I'm getting some cold therapy right now in the freezing Arctic wind. Yes, there are parts of the country that are still quite cold. And that counts, Melissa. Obviously, if you can take off some clothing that you would normally bundle up with and let some of that cold air hit you, that counts as cold thermogenesis. It's not the same as water immersion. There's something about water immersion in an ice bath that is better, and we'll talk about that in my book. That cold air, cryotherapy, those are great. So are cold showers, those are great. But at some point, if you can get to the point of immersing your body in cold, there are added benefits that come from not just the cold temperatures, but also the pressure of the water against your body. We'll talk about that more. SG said, you talked with Ben Azadi about melatonin. Would love a little bit more. Yeah. So those of you that missed it, I was on the Keto Camp podcast this week talking about sleep with my bud Ben Azadi. And so I've been getting really good sleep, and we talked about the ice baths and how they have contributed to helping my sleep. Well, when I first started trying to work on my sleep, the first thing I thought of was, I need to be taking exogenous melatonin. And so I took some liquid melatonin supplement, and it would help me go to sleep. But what I found would happen is I would fall asleep after taking it like an hour before bedtime, but then I wouldn't stay asleep. And after a while, I became so dependent on the melatonin, the exogenous source of melatonin, the supplement, that I went to the highest dose that you could do, and I still wasn't sleeping. My melatonin endogenous production totally got shut off. And so be careful, those of you struggling with sleep. Don't necessarily turn right to a supplement like melatonin. I think you could definitely set yourself up for disaster, because you will just simply tell your body to downregulate endogenous production of it, and that's no bueno. So my strategy now for getting good sleep is magnesium, and I use this one from a company called Upgraded Formulas. If you go to upgradedformulas.com, if you use the code Jimmy, I think they give you 15% off of anything that you order there. But Upgraded Formulas is the magnesium. So they use this nanotechnology, which uses every form of magnesium, not just citrate, not just glycinate, all of them. It uses all of them. And then the nanotechnology puts it directly into your cells so it gets better absorbed. And then Cbd oil, I use that from Naked Warrior Recovery. I love the key lime flavor. I'll show you guys before we go today what I take. And then, of course, the ice bath. All of those things. Now that I've done that and I take those 2 supplements, about 2.5 hours from now, I'm going to be go to sleep, and I'll sleep great. Been my routine. Jarda's here, Little Pioneer Woman, Tea Flower Zone. Dawn Marie, have you noticed sleep benefits? Yes, my sleep has been phenomenal. I get such good deep and REM sleep. It was a little compromised last night. I had one issue, but for the most part, I typically have around 4 to 4.5 hours of that deep and REM combined sleep. And it's great. Really good sleep. And I apologize for the wind sound. I know it's really loud, but it's extremely windy here. But yes, that has been a huge benefit of this. And I've talked about it pretty frequently, about the core body temperature dropping. And that's what produces that really restful sleep. Which is why those of you that don't have an ice bath, before you go to sleep, maybe about a half an hour before, get into your shower and rinse off. Remember to breathe through it, but rinse off with cold water all over your body. The whole of your head, especially the back of your head where the vagus nerve is. Get your whole body cool because you want to lower that core body temperature while you're sleeping, because that's what gives you the good rest. And then have the sleep environment be cool. I can always tell when my sleep environment is not cool enough, because I'll wake up and I'll be kind of groggy in the middle of the night. And I'm like, why do I feel like crap? Oh, it's hot. So this time of year is hard because we still have some colder nights. And then like last night, it only got down to like 68 degrees. So I turned on the fan last night. I think that's why I had a little bit of trouble with my deep sleep last night, is it wasn't cold enough. So you might have to turn on the air conditioning to get it down to that level that will make the room, the sleep environment, cold enough. So something to think about. Martha is here. Thomas is here. Molly, who sleeps, speaking of sleep, she is a sleep expert. She's got a great program called Sleep is a Skill, you guys. So if you got any sleep questions, Molly is your girl. She will hook you up. Annette is here. Alicia, E. Bjornson, Hawk is here. Music to My Soul says hello. Hello. Tim is here. Music says, what do you think about all the prepping posts I feel behind? All the prepping posts? Tell me what you mean. Is that in regards to ice baths, or are you talking about the people prepping with food and water? I don't know what you're asking. Dr. Rimka's here. Hebe's here. SG says lowering your core body temp. I wonder how much that would help women going through menopause and getting hot at night. Look, I'm no women's health expert. Definitely Dr. Rimka would be more equipped to answer a question like that. But there's certainly no harm in making yourself cooler for the purposes of lowering inflammation and all the downregulation effects of the cold impacting your hormones. And so nothing but a good thing if you ask me, because those things are things that will always benefit your health. And that's the point of doing ice baths. It's not just the kicks and giggles of making yourself cold. If that's all it was, I would not do it. I do it because it has real benefits that pay off in your health. And I've seen it. This is 3 months in today, you guys. 3 months I've been doing this. I got 9 more months to go, and I've already seen such exponential changes in the things I've already talked about here today. I can't imagine what it's going to be like by December when I've been at this for a full year. And no, I'm not going to end December 31st. Can you imagine I go the whole year doing this challenge? And then January 1st, 2023, nah, I'm good, bruh. Why would I do that? Especially if I feel as good as I do now. And I do, I feel great. I feel really great. The food and water posts. I'm going to try an ice bath tonight. I've done them before, but I lost motivation. Well, you can lose motivation to do them. That's a mindset thing. This is why I wanted to do the challenge this year. I wanted to show people, look at what consistency looks like when it comes to doing an ice bath. Look at how your body will reward you with that. All you got to do is just commit to doing them. And no, not every day does Jimmy Moore feel like getting into the ice bath. I know sometimes you think, oh my gosh, it's so easy for Jimmy. It is still not easy for Jimmy. Now I do it because I know what it feels like on the other side of getting in there. But a lot of people hesitate because they don't see, or they haven't done it long enough to experience the good things. And you're not going to get into one ice bath or a week's ice baths and see all these amazing benefits. No, that comes with consistency over a period of time. And look, I don't think everybody has to get into 32 degrees Fahrenheit. I don't think everybody needs to go 5 minutes. And I don't think everybody needs to go every day. So let me be very clear about that. This is what I'm doing. I'm at the point in my life, 32 degrees is a good challenge. I'm at the point in my life, 5 minutes is a good duration to challenge me. And I'm at the point in my life, I want to try very hard things. So let's do this every single day. And that's why I'm out here. That's why I'm doing it. Consistency and showing you can survive even doing that. Sharon is here. Parkman's here. Day 90 was a letdown. A letdown? Why? Oh, because you missed it. I was like, wait a minute. Well, that's what the replay's for, Parkman. You had me pissed for a moment. I'm like, a letdown? I want to see you go live for 90 days in a row getting into an ice bath. Letdown. But I got you, bro. I got you. Music says, what are the major improvements that you've noticed? Go back and watch the replay, because when I was in the ice bath, I articulated those very things. But in short, sleep has improved, especially restorative, deep and REM sleep. Energy has increased. and I have a better state of mind and mood. And look, there are people taking very powerful mental health drugs, and they're powerful and great for people that need them. But I wonder how many of them could benefit if they could just commit to doing something hard. That mental resilience that I built from doing this now for 3 months straight, I wouldn't trade it for anything. And I would say that now confidence that is instilled in my brain, that was sort of kind of there before, but is really there now. If that was what this was all for, if that was the purpose of doing this, it will have been all worth it just for that. And so that's a big, big benefit. Plus, I just want to show people you can do an ice bath every day, very cold, and you're not going to die, you're not going to freak out. It's not going to be all these dastardly things that we convince ourselves that it will be. GC is here. Hartman says, I'm going to try an ice tea tonight. Oh, aren't you the comedian? Leave the jokes to me, brother. Everybody's a comedian. Sharon says, I missed it too, but I'm glad I caught you here at the end. Yes. So those of you that came in late, this is day number 90 of my 365-day Jimmy Ice Bath Challenge. And for the last 5 days, I'm out here walking after I'm done with the ice bath, because it's supposed to help with boosting a man's testosterone to do some moderate exercise post ice bath. So I'm very warm now, and that's one of the purposes, to help warm you back up. But then it has some impact on male hormone levels, specifically testosterone. So we're testing that theory. The co-founder of Morosco Forge, Dr. Seeger, is in his upper 50s, and he got his testosterone to over 1,300. And the other co-founder, Jason, who I interviewed on my podcast about 2 months ago, he is in his early 40s, and his testosterone is in the 900s now. So mine has hovered around 600-700 for a little while, which is not horrible for a 50-year-old man, but I would love to hit 1,000 in my testosterone. Jennifer is here. Music to my soul. Do you feel doing the bath at night is better in the morning? Yes, I address this quite a bit in my videos. Thank you for the questions. I do it better at night, and I enjoy them better at night because of the sleepiness effects that they have on me. So I have tried doing them in the morning, and I did some cold therapy about a month or so ago in the 8 o'clock in the morning. And by 3 o'clock that afternoon, I had been fighting sleep so hard, and it got to be too much. And I went to lay down, and I slept from like 3:30 until about 9:45. Needless to say, I got up at 9:45, and I'm like, now what am I supposed to do? And I was awake for about 6 hours, and then I went back to sleep for a couple more hours. That was just weird. Going to sleep at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, 3:30, not very good. And so I like them at 5 o'clock because here in about 2 hours from now, it'll be about 7:30, I will be so sleepy tired that I will fall right to sleep, and I'll start getting really good rest right away. Usually deep sleep early in the sleep cycle, and then the longer you sleep, then you get the REM sleep late in your sleep cycle. That's typically, at least according to the Oura data for me, a pattern that I've seen. When you get good sleep, you get nice deep sleep early and good long periods of REM sleep late. And you cumulatively want no fewer combined than REM and deep of 3 hours. I like to shoot for 4 hours. My goal is to get over 5 hours of combined. I got so close about 2 months ago. I was 4 hours, 59 minutes of REM and deep combined. I was like, no, let me go back to sleep. 1 more minute. But I don't sleep long. Those of you that look at my data on my stories, I don't sleep long. 6 to 7 hours is typical. But of that 6 to 7 hours, it's about 65 to 70% of it as restorative sleep. So I credit the ice baths for that. Sim is here. Casa de Cash is here. Faith and Fitness Isabel. Keto Loopy's here. Zinc Supremacist. Thank you for your explanations. I will tune in often. Thank you. And you can go watch some old episodes. I keep them up. Plus I put little snippets of videos up on my page from these videos as well. Logistan is here. Irish Miles is here. Keto Tattoos and Jesus is here. Shernice, Deborah. So yeah, you guys, thank you for hanging out with me here on day number 90 of my 365-day Jimmy Ice Bath Challenge. Yes, I am purposely going into an ice bath every single day, all throughout the year 2022. Yes, the wind is very windy. I'm aware of that, Parkman. Thank you, Captain Obvious. Are you trolling me today, my brother? Cheesecakes by N is here. Thanks for being here. But yeah, I'm going into an ice bath every single day, 5 minutes a day, 32 degrees Fahrenheit. Number one, to prove that you can do it. Prove that you can survive from it. But most importantly, prove that you'll get great benefits from it. And so far, so good. 3 months into this, I would say the benefits have been enormous. And I'm only just getting started, you guys. That is the fun part, that this has only just begun. Only just begun. L is here. Music says, is there a cold plunge bath that you like or recommend? Well, yeah, I mean, obviously there's a ton of them out there. But the one that I use, that I think is really cool, is this one right here. And it's called the Morozco Forge. Now, I will warn you, it's very expensive. But the benefits of that is it makes its own ice. It filtrates its own water. I have not had to put any ice in there, nor have I had to change out the water since I started using it. And I started using it in like November, December, whenever it was that I got this thing. And then I've been in there every single day. And the water stays very pristine clean. And I get it. It's an expenditure that's really high for a lot of people. So do the best you can. But when you're ready to step it up and do it consistently, that is the best one on the market. And I bought that, by the way. They did not give that to me. I know I'm an influencer, but they didn't even give me that for free. So I bought it because I knew it was going to be helpful. Here is that CBD oil that I use. It's called NW Recovery, the company, and this is the key lime flavor. And I stick it under my tongue, get a little sublingual action going there. Just let it kind of emanate sublingually. Starts to get absorbed pretty fast, and then just slowly swallow it. It's great. And then I use 2 of the pills from the upgraded formulas, upgraded magnesium. So there they are, upgradedformulas.com. Use the coupon code Jimmy. I think they give you 15% off. And yeah, this is my go-to magnesium that helps me sleep as well. I love it. I love the routine of everything that I do. Because when you get into a routine, and look, those aren't the only things I do for sleep. I get up in the morning, I let the light hit my eyes at a good time early in the day so my circadian rhythm gets set. My brain knows it's morning time. You go out there, you guys just saw me out in the sun walking around. And that also got a different angle of the sun, so it's telling my brain again what time of day it is. I need to go ahead and turn on the air conditioning because it is quite hot in this. So I'm going to do that now. It's quite hot in this room, and this is where I sleep, is upstairs. And so start getting it cool in here, get it very dark in here when the sun goes down. Prepare yourself for great sleep. And the ice bath definitely helps with that as well. Sleuth of Truth is here. Gillis is here. Parkman is still trolling me. Dude, you're killing me today, man. Holly is here. So yeah, thank you guys for being here today in day number 90 of my 365-day Jimmy Ice Bath Challenge. Always love educating you guys. Always love showing you a real human. Like, people are like, you seem so real. I'm like, I'm not fake. Like, if you were expecting a fake person, you came to the wrong place. This is what you see is what you get. This is who I am. And I don't try to pretend to be anything else. So, all right, guys, as always, if you miss any of these, or if you're watching this on replay on YouTube, Facebook, or even right here on Instagram, go follow me over on Instagram. I'm Livin' Low Carb Man, LIVIN LOWCARBMEN. Once you are there, you can follow. Please follow. I picked up like 300 new followers the last week. So I'm like, whoa, a lot of people coming around from somewhere. And so follow, and at 5 p.m. Eastern time, so this is for Sharon and all the people that came in late that might have missed it when I'm in the ice bath. I usually go on live right at 5 o'clock, talk for a couple minutes on camera, and then I'm right into the ice bath to get my 5 minutes in, and then I pop out and we go on our walk together and I answer your questions. So if you have questions about cold, that is a great place to ask your questions. Yes, I have definitely given up on reading your comments, Parkman, because you have jumped the shark today, my bud. But that's okay. I know you love me. All right, guys, let me get out of here for now. I'm going to get out of my wet clothes, and thank you so much. Really, really appreciate you being here, and I'll see you again soon. Bye, guys.